A £10 steel shafted 3-wood. Is it useless? How does it compare? Who is it for? Guys, how you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video. It's Simon down here at Bertha Golf Club, and today we are testing and trying the steel shafted, steel headed Callaway Big Bertha 3-wood, which is probably about 20 years old, something of that variety, and whether it is able to have any use in this day and age in the game of golf. Thank you to Dwayne, one of the members up here, that has lent me this club to use and review. Let's get into the video. So let me tell you exactly what I thought this club was going to do. I thought it was going to be very unforgiving, which actually it wasn't. I thought it was going to be very low spinning, which again it wasn't, or low launching I should say. And lastly, I thought it was going to be extremely heavy, which it was. So I hit 3 shots with a GC2 alongside the ball to track the numbers, and I'll show you the numbers of what I was hitting this off the tee. Now, I could, even without the GC2, I saw how high spinning this thing, incredibly high spinning, which kind of surprised me a bit, but considering balls have changed so much over the years, that is probably about right for what this 3-wood would have done in the past. So you might be saying, Simon, it's useless, no point using this club, too low, high spinning, it's going to hit the wind, and all of a sudden it's going to stall, which it did. However, I think you need to try and compare this 3-wood, not as a 3-wood, but as a utility rescue. Now, it is still shafted, which again doesn't help a large average of the public that play golf, because it is heavy and it's difficult to create some swing speed. However, if you've got a decent amount of club head speed, I'm not talking extraordinary amount, but if you use regular steel irons or stiff irons, this could be a club that you can put in the bag, and let me show you why. First of all, it sounded unbelievable when they come off the club face. This thing sounded so good when you hit it out the middle, but as I said, when I hit it off the tee, just too high spinning, and all of a sudden, even though you're going to find more fairways because it's so high spinning, the reduction in distance you're going to get from it is just a bit too much. However, as I said, there's definitely a use for this, and this could be a club that I could put in the bag as well. I went and put 3 golf balls down in the rough, mainly because I changed my outlook of this club being a 3-wood and more of a rescue. So I put it in the deep rough, and I was going to hit 3 shots. Now, if you think of the other utility woods out there, like the Rogue X, for example, or the Callaway Big Bertha, the heads are so big, they're not actually that far off what this thing is. And the idea is to get a bit of spin, get a bit of launch out of the thick stuff, and also making it more forgiving. So when I hit 3 shots out the rough with this thing, obviously the spin rate came down, but these things went so far. I absolutely nutted them, and they were compared to similar distance of any other 3-wood out there on the market, and that is why 3-woods nowadays don't necessarily get used out the rough anymore, because they're too low spinning, too low launching. However, rescue, this is definitely something you could use. I absolutely melted it, and I know the head is smaller, and you think less of a target to hit. However, if you compare it to an iron, which we hit day in, day out, this thing makes you focus a bit more on that sweet spot and makes you concentrate on trying to not be as lazy and try and find some decent contact out the middle. So as I said, these things must have gone comfortably 240, 250 out the rough. They came out like a rocket, and 2 of them found the fairway perfectly. Last one leaked out into the trees, but that's more my bad swing than anything else. So as I said at the start, this thing is definitely a bit of a surprise, bit of a shock to the system, because rather than it being a 3-wood in today's golf, or let's say technology of our era, it's actually a pretty decent rescue wood for £10 or £24 if you go and get it off Golf Bidder or Cash for Clubs or anything else like that, or you probably got one in your granddad's garage. So guys, that's pretty much my outlook on this club. As I said, it surprised me a bit. It was a thorough enjoyment to test. If you want to see me to compare the numbers of this against something of a similar variety on today's market, like the Callaway Steelhead XR for example, then leave a comment below, leave a like, and I'll be sure to do that video. Guys, thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you later.